You guys already do your solo thing?
No. When last we left our intrepid heroes, their daring adventure, the previous episode, the night before, they had just slain a shadow beast that had assumed a non-bestial form after being slain, turned back into a human Tiberian woman, with very obvious Hangyokai bloodline, although not nearly as pronounced. It would seem some kind of implication there. Although I believe that anyone with the appropriate knowledges is like knocked out, other than Leander. Leander. Oh. Leander begins taking some notes. I have to share later, as it will take him time to come to some hypothesis. But Armando had flown near the ceiling. His device had exploded, dropping him and the creature. From the outside, it would appear either it malfunctioned or he activated the jetpack feature directly into the ground, killing her and injuring himself pretty bad. Mm-hmm. And that's where we'll pick up with you guys sort of gathered around an unconscious, semi-armored Armando. Ali had been over there turning valves until the whistling had stopped. Okay, and go.
Ow.
I think you're. Are you still unconscious?
Am I still unconscious?
Yeah.
Yes, you are currently.
Okay, well then
Somebody
I'm moaning.
roll a spot check. Then I'm moaning.
I'm moaning
What'd
in
you
my
say?
unconsciousness. Roll a spot check.
Alrighty. Seven. Excuse me.
Kenji, roll a spot check.
Yes.
Jaeger, you can also roll a spot check.
No, come back. That's why you abandoned me. Okay, there we go. That would be a 22.
Okay. And Jaeger, what was yours?
1.
I'm sorry, you broke up pretty bad. What was that?
31.
31. Okay. The both of you noticed over here.
They did a mouth swab, and like 10 seconds later, they came in with a smile full and said that
There is stairwell leading up to a massive cobweb. And, within it is a throne, a high-backed throne. You can hardly make out what type of stone it is, as it is that heavily cobwebbed.
And on fire.
But there is most of the fire is beginning to die out. However, as what was flammable has burned up. It's burned down to mostly stone. In the throne, however, there is a half-charred, half-cobwebbed figure that is seated. From this angle, that's really all you can make out.
I will make my way over to this seated figure and let everyone else know. Something up here.
And Leander is rolling some heal checks. Yes, the seated figure is long dead. They're a corpse, emaciated and skeletal at this point. However, the high neck, elongated skull sort of implies elf. They hold in their hand a staff, and on their head is a crown.
I kind of want to take them.
Out and touch the staff.
Strewn about are various chests that seem to have been broken open or in various states of decay. However, you do find one that is openable. Weird. But anyways, yes, you open it, and it is filled with a bag and various pieces of some odd denomination of cash you can't make out, but it is gold and silver to roll and appraise.
More Sandoval speed.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yep.
All right. That is going to be a math. 23.
Okay. There is about 4,000 gold pieces worth of cash inside of the leather pouch. You find 3 necklace pendants, 4 rings, and 3 very large gems. 1 amethyst, 1 ruby, and 1 sapphire. When I say very large, I mean nearly fist size.
Amethyst, what?
ruby and sapphire.
Jaeger looks over. Some good thumb-sized gems you got there.
Right. The staff is about 6 feet long. On top of it is a spider.
Alive?
No, it is carved of some kind of metal. It will need to be interacted with to make that roll.
I'll take the staff and the crown.
So you just reach over and swipe the staff in the ground.
I am looking at them. Do I recognize any emblem on either of them?
Do you have a knowledge religion?
Fuck, I think that's one of the ones I didn't take for this.
Do you have a knowledge? Do you have a knowledge arcana?
I do have knowledge arcana. I put a
Well-
rank. I put rank into it. I got tired of being asked, "Do you know this?" And I'm like, "Oh." Total of 16.
16. This looks very, very ancient elven design. You are aware there was a elven race forced deep beneath the earth long ago. Their name eludes you at the moment.
We found
Probably
a
all-
drow shit.
I mean, out of game, yes, it's pretty obvious it's the drow, but
I mean, was it the spider and the elf, or
yeah, it was the spider and the elf. But in game, it's like, yeah, I got nothing.
Ancient elf.
I don't remember what
Yeah.
it was.
if you're
Ancient
saying
elf.
anything about ancient elves, I'm gonna call Ali over because he knows
Sure.
an ancient elf.
Ancient subterranean elf.
Yes.
Is it safe to touch this?
Who are you asking?
Ollie. I'd be shouting,
Hey,
Ollie!
come over here.
A moment of your
Yeah.
time.
He would be on his way. He looks upon it. And knows right away what it is he's looking at. And yes, he tells you they are drow artifacts. It would seem this is the last of some royal line. Looks around and he says, "There's no way we're in the Underdark." Right?
The what?
The Underdark? As the Underdark is under the water.
I'm gonna nod like I know what he's talking about.
Deep beneath the Earth's surface, there's a subterranean place known as the Underdark. This is where the drow lived.
Well, I mean, perhaps they still do.
I wouldn't bet on it.
If it's deep beneath the water, I mean, we can't really know.
I guess that's true.
At any rate,
Although if this is any indication, it would seem they are long gone.
I kind of want the staff and crown for my collection.
They are magical.
Might
So what
as
do
well.
they do?
Beyond that, I can tell you nothing. That would be better suited for our chronicler.
Leander!
Xander's a little busy doing heal, trying to.
All right. Let's grab this stuff. Jaeger, grab Armando because I'm pretty sure you're the only one that can carry him.
Why do you keep getting
Carry him, his armor, and his boiler casting.
Sandoval.
Yeah.
As everyone has walked away, roll a will save.
I'm looking around my desk like I'm gonna find my character sheet on it.
You will if you look hard enough now.
Will save. I actually got it. I improved that this last level.
Uh-oh.
Now, guys, I'm up to a 6. 16.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Where are you? There you are. Shit.
Lowest roll I've had on the die in some time for a will save. That one was only a 10.
Yep. And you come to here. You don't remember the walk. And Ali standing near you. Are you all right?
I'm kind of looking around. I think so. I meant to grab the chest. Am I carrying it?
Yeah.
That's slightly unsettling.
All right. Now, as you guys return, Leander has the rest of Armando's armor pulled off of him. And Justin, I'll have you hop over in the 101 room, voice room with me.
All right.
All right. Have fun, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Now, let me make sure I can do this. What do you see?
I see a throne surrounded by pipes.
Scupper John, right?
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
I guess a chair at a console, not a throne.
Yes, it is a data terminal. It is currently on the fritz. Scupper John stands near. It would seem whatever is occurring, you're witnessing it from a few feet behind yourself, almost in third person, if you will. As you will notice, you should not be able to move that token.
I cannot know.
And Scupper John speaks. Stop being. And you can't fully hear him. Sounds like an echo far off. This Armando standing at the data terminal seems pretty stressed. Has not slept. Seems to be ignoring Scupper John. Scupper John diligently, as ever, places food nearby him, collects the tray of uneaten food, turns, wanders out. A woman's voice comes to you. It would seem the further you tread on your path, the more you leave behind. This is the most loyal man in your life. Do not idly let him saunter by unnoticed. He would die. There are not many that would, though you would like to. With that, the lights glow brightly before fading into a blackness. After which, you can hear electric sounds. They're loud. You smell the ozone. You can hear Daisy. She seems to be in a panic. Something is wrong. From what you can hear, it would appear something is happening to Arthur. Down and to the right there. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Daisy, hard at work. Arthur, taking in this unfathomable amount of energy. The two of you working tirelessly at the clockwork machinery in front of you. And then that voice again. And there is one that tends tirelessly to your child.
Well, I guess two.
One that, for whatever reasons beyond even myself, the gods seem fit to grant you. All in the pursuit of vengeance. Look upon him. He is great and could become greater still. I would offer you the opportunity to grow him beyond even your own wild dreams. But in due time. And the lights fade. Off to the left. You work tirelessly as you always have since your tragic loss. This man, meant to be your downfall, saw something greater in you and has chosen to build an empire on just a few of your ideas. You could become one of the greatest minds this world has ever known. Then off to the side a little more. A very familiar woman sits at a desk reading. It's your mother. You've not seen her in great health since before your father's death. Your mother, her beautiful, unmarred flesh, could all be yours again. This is definitely something the church could offer you. I could make it so. Your father is far beyond my reach. He was for another. Black. Slightly above that, you and Mercedes stretched out on wonderful, beautiful Taverian tapestry in the throes of passionate love. And your bride to be, love of your life. Think of her safety. Over in the center, you stand, and before you, you can hear the sounds of the ocean. You can see the deck of a ship, or perhaps the underbelly. It's not quite clear, but you smell the salt and the brine, and you can feel the sensation of wind on your face. You feel your feet touch the ground. You are capable of movement. And from behind you, that voice, you have made brutal enemies. They are even now, currently, on their way to the halfling colony you once called home. And they are brave enemies indeed. They will leave none alive in their wake. And you are too late to stop him. One you know, you're scarred beyond all recognition, driven insane in his half-life, the Imperator. The other from your life, but
Maybe in a little bit.
perhaps unknown to you. Still, the Black Church's dog. Lapdog of Liratep himself, the Marquis. If he has it his way, not only will the people of the colony be gone, the buildings, everything it stands on, will be rubble. All you need do is make the choice.
And you are?
I am the brave maiden. All that is alive shall pass through me unto death. Ramonda, wounded champion of the resistance, hear the lament of the grave maiden. In my embrace, life and death dance eternally. I weep for those who deserve my tears, and I offer you this choice. Join with the Black Church. Embrace the mastery of life and death. Use your mind to better the world around us. You shall know power beyond mortal reckoning. Refuse, and your slumber will endure. A dreamless rest in the silent halls of eternity. Quickly, the Meridian Isles await your decision. The scales will tip the choice.
He bows his head in thought, and he raises it. After a moment, he raises it with a fire in his eyes. I have seen what the church considers mercy and power. I will have no part of it. Not now. Not ever.
And your life will remain forfeit. Would offer you everything your heart desires. All you should do is name it. Spare these people. Spare yourselves. And you can see tears welling up in her eyes, rolling down her face. However, the tears are of an inky black substance. They are not regular tears. You could save so many
And I will.
while ending your own suffering. The Black Church would kneel to you.
Sorry. Yeah, bam.
They would give you anything you could ask.
Wakey eggs and bacon.
Vengeance,
Eggs and bacon.
admirals, name it.
Hey.
Your mother.
My mother would curse my name were I to bow to this darkness. If she did not, then it would not be the woman I loved. Speak
So
no
be
more
it.
of your lies.
So be it. You have pushed the hand of the church.
Look,
All you love will be crushed. And there is nothing I can do.
aren't you tired of eating? Ass is bigger.
Be aware, young man. You are surrounded by men that you believe to trust. But I'm telling you, there's not a man among you that would die for you. Save some of the portal maidens, followers, and zealots. You are surrounded by enemies. Sleep lightly and should fade from existence. You stuck here, sort of just stuck in this weird futuristic looking lab.
In the shape of a heart.
Yes. And for what that is worth, that heart seems to be slowing in pace as some of the systems slowly begin to power down, and that data terminal is going crazy.
So I go to the terminal and I see what I can understand of it.
You get over to the terminal and you can read it clearly. It is in a very crude form of like essentially binary, which is, cakewalk for you. You roll an engineer check. As sections of the heart begin to shut down and go black. And you know with all certainty that should all of these systems shut down, you will not wake up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a total of 27
Okay.
because I rolled a 1 on the die.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay. And your mom pops up next to you. Son, do what you will. You know in your heart what you must do. But please give up the path of vengeance, for that is what is allowing the Black Church to influence everything around you. You must look for allies amongst enemies, even. The Empire is corrupted. I believe my father, or your father, and I are evidence of that. And with that, she embraces you and fades into you in a bright light. And you get another roll. Roll your engineer check again.
Oh boy. Oh my god. Well, it's a 30.
Two little beams of light off to your left. Before everything goes back. And we can jump back over to the other side.
Yay.
Okay.
All right.
That's the last time I stepped foot in that dwarven brothel. Oh, what's up, guys?
What's we're back.
But weren't you one of the main attractions?
I mean, that's why I had to leave. It was tearing our adventuring family apart, and I couldn't do that to Sandoval.
So figures. The very moment I step away to take a piss, you guys hop back in.
But of course. That's how it goes.
But what was it? So I found a thing on Facebook. I sent it to you, Sam, but Justin, you don't ever get on Facebook, so. But it is a beer holder that the handle doubles as a dice roller.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you don't need it, but you kind of do.
I mean, need isn't really the point of this, is it?
No, it's just really cool.
I need it because it's so cool.
I sent it to Justin just in case he decides to check it out.
Yeah, Sam, you missed it. Sandoval had a really engaging conversation with Leander, and Genji and Ali had a very deep discussion about Underdark religion.
Great, you have to fill me in on that.
I mean, it felt kind of one-sided, but
I could imagine. So, about halfway down the the thing here. Jaeger, I assume you're the one that's carrying like the armor and all the equipment and shit that was fucked up there.
Yeah.
All right. Then Yule will be Yule will be carrying Armando as he's the next strongest dude. About halfway down, he gives a start as Armando begins to convulse and he lays him down. Leander approaches and says a few words, casts some magics, produces the doors that Armando had. He's still not waking up, but yeah, Leander is giving it his all, and he will be here for about 8 rounds, attempting a few other things. But after close to a minute, he looks up at all of you, sweat pouring down his brow. He needs an actual healer pretty quick. I'm losing him.
Looks over at Genji. Where's the closest healer?
Village would be my guess, but as I recall, out of game, sorry, it has been quite a bit. As I recall, I thought we stopped by the village and went to, oh, okay, they've just been completely overwhelmed by shades.
Hadn't gone by the village, but that
Okay.
was everybody's initial thought.
So in game, I'm like that. My best guess would be the village.
Correct.
Make haste for the village.
Okay. And so you guys use the keystone to seal the skull door on your way out. Carry Armando through the mine, back out.
Assuming we're not being accosted anymore.
No. And after you seal that skull door, it's as though there's a palpable shift in the air. Becomes less heavy. Shadows are no longer deeper. Light emanates outward a little more. And so you can see on the horizon that there is smoke from the direction of the village. Sandoval, roll a spot check.
24.
Right.
And I believe
One
I'm
wrong.
using my increased gear on that one.
Right. And so
Vision times 2.
fucker. So you see that, Jameson?
Yeah.
That's what Sandoval sees from up here.
I'm not sure that the village is a good idea. I squint off in the distance. A red sun rises. Blood has been spilt this night. Oh no, I mean, couldn't
Wrong
help it.
character, wrong player, wrong game.
Couldn't help it, guys. Sorry. But no, there is fire. Lots of fire.
I see fire burning the mountain.
There it is.
And where else we could to take him is the problem. At a game, the nearest healer after this would be would be at least a couple days away.
It
We
would
can
seem,
try. I mean,
although
there's kind of a big hole in the middle of the city.
I can take a half point.
What is it?
Okay.
How long of a run is it to the closest village, you say?
Beyond here?
The same way we came from, right?
Yeah.
about an hour, if that.
Oh,
It's
I thought
not
it was
far off.
longer.
Well,
What about my back?
the men who work the mine, they live nearby. That's where they live.
Okay, I am getting confused. I thought that was the village we were talking about.
It's on fire.
The next nearest village is, I believe, what Jim was asking.
Then the next nearest village would be where you guys had left from, which was near your family's compound there, Genji.
Several days
Not
away.
not the one at the coast, the one that you live at, your home.
Right. Which is, forgive me, it's been a while. How far of a travel is that from here?
About a day and a half on foot.
I mean, we have horses.
I'm faster than your horse.
We have horses, but
I pause. I hate to say it, but if I
I don't suppose
Jaeger.
anybody knows how to use Armando's flying thing.
I don't think it would carry me.
You're going to have to. I'm actually searching for some loose paper.
Grab it out of Armando's bag. I'm sure he won't
I'm
mind given the
literally
circumstances.
writing a note. I'm basically writing a note explaining the bait. Like, I'm basically, we fought a group of shadows, including a conglomeration. It was dealt with, but in the process, Armando was badly wounded. I'm asking I would know the healer back home. I'm asking though, please tend to him. I look up. I can't go back. If I do, they're going to kill me.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there a rope nearby? Does anybody have rope?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna construct a harness for Jaeger to hold Armando.
He's gonna just tie him to you like a backpack.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking more baby Bjorn, but yeah, we'll go with backpack. Do have used rope if you need it. And for the jostling that's going to be going on, he might.
Well, I hope you guys don't plan on using the jetpack because it was pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know how to use it, so.
Understand? No, we didn't.
Yeah. So, I'd asked, but nobody knows how to use it, so.
Yeah, see, the
Fair.
other members of the party might be able to utilize the jetpack, but I don't think that jetpack is Jaeger sized.
Yeah. So, Jaeger, come here.
Genji, with your newfound abilities with the flute, in his current near-death state, you may or may not be able to, I don't know, talk to him, find out what you can.
As
You're the
he's
flute
being
guy.
strapped up to Jaeger's back.
Yeah, I'm actually currently in the middle of strapping him. 'Cause I don't know about Genji's new ability.
To be fair, Genji kind of doesn't really. He's still feeling his way through it.
Really hope a 27 is good enough for knots. Use rope.
It's pretty good.
I don't think Armando's going anywhere. Well, I mean, he's going wherever Jaeger goes.
Like
Sure,
one
it's
moment.
pretty
Let
good
me.
for use rope, but it's just not good for engineering.
Yeah, but I don't have engineering. I have use rope. I mean, if I use my profession sailor, it becomes considerably higher.
That
Well,
was
if you're asking me to do,
me sassing Sam, not you.
Yeah.
all right. So,
Be a 36 profession sailing.
if you're asking for a quick perform flute, I have a total of 20. Like, hold on a moment. I need to try
Armando,
something, maybe.
roll a listen check.
Oh boy. Because that's
You're
been
good at
working
those.
so well for me today, rolling anything. The spiky
wouldn't
dice
know.
are betraying me.
We only saw the Grave Maiden handout.
Oh yeah, she looked pretty, by the way.
Yeah. Let's see. 20.
That's the next target for Jaeger's animal magnetism. Finger guns.
I don't think Jaeger wants that to be that target.
You don't know. You don't know Jaeger standards.
You don't even know.
Jaeger knows his own standards.
This is
I don't
fair.
think Jaeger has standards.
This is also fair.
Either sub or par.
We all know he's a sub.
I'd
Alright,
like to be the little spoon.
Alright, so
Yep.
20 was my listen. It took
What
the
was
two
that?
numbers.
20 what?
20 flat.
20 flat. Good job.
Took the two numbers I'd rolled before and put them together into one.
And you can hear a flute. It sounds like Genji playing his flute. Roll a will save. Or not. Totally up to you. I'm pretty sure it's drawing you there. You can resist it.
I'm gonna roll to see if I roll.
Okay.
Since I've never been drawn anywhere by his flute before, this is a new experience. I don't know if I resist.
That's fair.
Apparently, I'm not
Is he
even going to
drawn?
try.
Is he drawn by his flute the same way that Glitterbeard is?
Wrong flute.
Oh.
And so, yes, you are drawn to Genji and manifest near him in an incorporeal fashion. You cannot move. All you can do is speak. It's odd. You have no sensations whatsoever other than you can see Genji. And Genji, you have summoned Armando's soul to you, implying he's dead, buddy. That body laying there is inert.
Armando?
Genji.
What happened?
The church is trying to reach me even now.
Did you bring your one tool, the paddles?
Yes, they are on the armor.
I'm quickly checking the armor.
We hear
Search.
Genji talking.
No, he's playing his flute.
Oh, okay.
And then he stops and begins checking the armor.
Should be charged up enough.
Pulls out the paddles. Yeah, you find them relatively easy.
Okay.
Especially with him guiding you, telling where to look.
Like, okay. Jaeger. Okay, we need to put him down for a moment because I don't think we want Jaeger holding him when we do this.
Sure we do.
No, you don't.
You don't, but that's
Sure we
okay
do.
because Jaeger's not holding me.
Yule is.
Sorry, Yule.
You'll laid him down. So.
Okay. All right. So I look up.
Leander's used them before. He would offer them.
Okay. And as he starts to prep them, I go back to playing the flute because he said the church is trying to grab him, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's potentially in a relatively vulnerable state, being dead and all.
22 on my perform check.
You get a what? I'm sorry?
22.
A 22?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have some juice?
You don't whisper very well.
Can I have some juice?
And yeah, you begin playing. And Armando, roll a will save. With a +4 added to it.
Ooh, 30.
Oh, okay. Now, it's weird because as he hands the paddles over to Leander, Leander begins to, all right, go get your cup. Leander begins to prep the paddles. Genji, you go back over and begin playing your flute. And Armando, you hear the song, and it all of a sudden more things begin to manifest themselves into your vision. More than just Genji. And then more than just the immediate area. And then beyond that, even. And then you can see a weird shadow outline of everyone sort of gathered around your body. You know it to be your body beyond anything you've ever met. And there is a cord made of the brightest silver. Seems to be drawing you to your body. And with Genji's music playing, it becomes very, very obvious. As in your state, your incorporeal state, you can visually see the intonal resonance of his flute making vibrations across your silver cord, and you follow it directly back to your body and wake up. You have 1 hit point. And Leander is standing over you, paddles still charged. And Genji, if we were playing a video game, you would have gotten an achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just brought someone back from the dead, dude.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we are playing a game on video, so.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at mimicking the Xbox kerplunk sound, so whatever. Yeah, there you go.
Okay then. So we're all just kind of standing there. I'm just like, I am honestly okay. That worked. Huh? No, in game. This is my. I'm like, I am happy that worked, but at the same time, holy moly.
Yeah, everybody kind of looking about like, what? What just happened?
Your terror.
You all right, Armando?
Someone get the man a drink.
Potion, preferably. Holy shit. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and you are.
actually just kind of collapsing to the ground. Kind of, oh, oh god. Oh goddess.
And you hand, or Leander hands you an unstoppered file.
I take it numbly and drink. Shaking hand.
Yes, and you are replenished by 5 hit points.
Yeah, there's still not a lot of color in my face.
No. But once you're back on your feet, you could use the doors without busting any of the charges out of it. So
Jaeger reaches down to touch you, Armando. Do you resist? I
don't think I could resist a wet noodle right now.
start putting healing salve all across Armando. Here, just take some of this right as rain.
just start smearing shit all over you.
Quick, someone get a wet noodle. Out of game.
A medicinal poultice being applied all over your person, not just where you're wounded.
The trick is to bathe in it. Always did me good. Yep.
I kind of
Lift up
turn
that
and
arm.
look up at him stupidly. I'm like, I didn't have a rash. I was dead.
I know, and this will help. This
This
get
will
it under
wash
the
it
other
off.
arm. Yep. All right, lift up the knee. Need to get under the knee.
Why are you smearing it on my clothes?
It'll soak in.
Well, didn't your clothes die too? They went somewhere
Yeah, a
with you.
long time ago. I don't want my leather pants coming back to life while I'm wearing
It'll
them.
heal them too.
That'd be a fucking twist, wouldn't it? Like you
Cast
go to
resurrection
positive
on your
energy
leather
flame or
armor.
something.
That's the plot twist. It's been the big bad the entire time. Armando's
Yeah.
pants.
Justin, this is where you're supposed to, make a joke about them holding back the big bad.
Right. Opportunities.
I'll leave that one for Mercedes.
Gave us a scare, you did.
It's like,
You know, Mercedes would have killed me if anything would have happened to you.
You notice you're wearing a really elaborate rope harness.
Out of game, I probably don't.
Either he was planning on carrying you, or he's gotten into some light S&M.
Well, it is Jaeger, so.
Hard to say. Hard to say.
I mean, the fact that we're surrounded by dudes is a bit troubling, but
Well, it is Jaeger, so. I mean, he did serve under and on top of Glitterbeard for years.
Oh, Dustin with the sideways joke.
Yes, it was also
Those are
sometimes
fair.
from the side, yeah.
Oh, 2 in a row. Waka waka.
Oh, I was not ready for that.
And so,
Sorry, I'll try and warn you next time.
what? Back to the farm, correct?
well, I mean, we could go
Going to the
investigate the
village.
town now that could see if anybody survived the town. Now that Armando's, not walking through death's door. He might still be at it, but he doesn't have his hand on the doorknob anymore.
Out of game,
We can
I'm
find
at
a bed.
6 out of 99 hit points.
Yeah, but you
good as
can
new.
gorge yourself now.
That just sounded.
It does sound
That
very
sounded
strange.
not pleasant. Yeah. Oh, doors
Like you're
yourself.
saying gorge. I honestly, my mind went gorge.
Oh, I am kind of hungry, actually. Alright, well, I guess I spend the time to heal myself up then.
Okay.
As Armando angrily waves the doors over his body.
Actually, at this point, I don't. I literally hold it and barely twitch it around.
He's like cheating on the Wii,
At this point, I know exactly how to do it without any extraneous motion.
And so you go to the village to look for survivors, or do you head back to the farm?
Well,
What if
I believe Genji needs to go forward. So it's his. Right now, it's back to being his story, so.
We should at least investigate the village, see what aid we can offer.
I'm gonna need at least a half a day to fix this anyway. Just gesturing at the mess of his armor and jetpack.
Take the rope harness off of Jaeger and start harnessing. Oh, yeah, Armando's armor to a horse. Actually, no, we did bring the cart, so we'll just throw it in there. Yeah, I'd say we'd throw Armando, but I don't think he can take it right now.
And so you make your way down the trail. Now, remember the fork in the road where you guys had a camp set up?
Yep.
You get there, and there are people that they look like survivors of a sort. Seem to be tending to wounded. Best guess is a group from the nearby village.
Oh,
Ready? Jaeger, how much healing paste do you got on you?
enough for that?
As I am placing everything again on that fork in the road.
I'm still seeing the Minu. I just need to refresh.
Yes. No. I have everybody on the mines.
prepping everything.
Ah.
Okay. One moment. I'm placing people. But yeah, there are a few people. Seem to be, I don't know, about 8
So I'm okay. Quick before we go any further. There's nothing saying that I can't talk to people while I'm on this quest, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm just making sure because that would be the really awkward thing to stumble upon in the middle of the thing. All right. So, I call out, hail the camp.
Yeah, they would see you guys coming. I forgot to move the horses and whatnot. Sorry about that. But yes, they were in the midst of using your guys' campfire, or at least the spot where the fire was. They built up there. It would seem whatever wounded they had were left behind. There were, when they left from the village, several people that just came out of the shadows, it seemed. In like some weird shadow, incorporeal shadow form. As these people don't really leave town like that, they're not accustomed to seeing monsters. So it was pretty terrifying, but these are the few that got away. There is a group that went forward, more able bodied, and they took what children that were with us away. They could move a little faster. They had a wagon, 2 horses. They moved on to the Onmora compound.
Hopefully, I believe we dealt with the source of the problems from the mine. So,
Yes, there is a great fire in the village. Um, it would take it would take aid. Essentially some form of bucket brigade or magic user or something like that.
which I don't think any of us can do.
Correct. And with their nonchalant, very casual mention of the use of potentially like magic, it would seem that there are places outside of the empire, you guys, where the belief in and use of some small magic are still a thing. As you guys are coming to find.
Hopefully, there's at least some relief on their part when we tell them that the mine has been dealt with.
I reach into the
Yeah.
wagon, I pull out the frost blaster, and I set it down next to Genji.
You think it'll work?
Suppose it's worth a try.
It is.
Yeah, townspeople kind of look at you very confused.
Does this work the same way as the lightning rod?
He turns to you with a kind of confused look on his face. You've used it.
Oh. I forgot it.
It's been a while.
Yes. Well, let's at least go see if it'll be sufficient. If not, then well, at least we can say that we tried. Armando, continue healing, continue recovering, and see what you can do to repair your gear, the rest of your gear. Sandoval, you've used it before, so you're more familiar with it. If you'd come with me, and we'll go see what we can do about the village.
This is the one that requires a backpack type thing.
Yep.
Alrighty, strapping that on.
I hand you the stuff to fill it with, because after you use it 3 times, it needs to be refilled.
Ready.
Out of game, do you remember the... Actually, I guess because of my thing, it's not as bad, but it only can reach out to 40 feet. 40-foot cone.
Alrighty.
If you would stay here and help Armando with moving anything heavy.
So who all is going?
No, that I'm going over that as I'm sorry. I'm looking
Nope,
at these
you're
people.
fine.
They look kind of rough. Do you have
Yeah.
sufficient food for the moment?
We have a few supplies.
All right. In that
What is a
case,
few?
Well, if you guys are gonna go put out the fire, we should be able to go home, and so we should be able to take better stock of what we have available. However, currently we should be fine for the night.
I can go hunt more animals if you get hungry.
well, let's. It is a good offer, Jaeger, but let's one thing at a time. I reach out, pat you on the arm, but it is. I believe I appreciate the spirit that the offer is given in, my friend. Ali, if you would come with us as well, Leander. I'll be honest. It's. Do you have a particular preference where you go, where you are, my friend?
I go where the action and adventure is. I don't know if
Oh,
camp setting is the best, and I think I can interview Armando when he's in a better frame of
September
mind.
date? Yes. All right. So come along then. All right. Let's be off.
So Genji, Sandoval,
Ali
and
and
Ali is
Leander.
going to hang near Armando.
So basically,
No, that-
Ali and you will stay with me, and everyone else goes to the village.
Yes.
Okay. If that's what the GM is like, you guys should do this. I'm like, I can take a hint.
Alright. Tighten up the straps of this thing. Let's go.
Indeed.
It's a lot bigger up close.
Yeah. So to be fair, he did say there's a lot of fire.
Looking at that, like that's a pit. What the fuck happened?
Not sure. Definitely explosion of some sort.
And no one can blame this one on me.
And that 30 feet thing is incorrect. One moment. I'll adjust that stuff. That way your measurements are appropriate.
How many refills did you give me?
All the stuff I have on me. So,
There.
hang on, where's
Now
it?
your measurements should be appropriate.
Right into the middle. If I'm standing on the very edge.
You probably don't want to be that close.
Yeah, you don't want to get that close to the heat. However, Jaeger, from where you're at, it's uncomfortable but bearable. Roll spot check.
28.
Yeah. Down in the blazing inferno, you see something black and shiny. Hard to make out, but that's really all you have.
Sandoval, there's something down in there.
Lovely. I'm gonna take off my all my guns and black powder. And I am right around 30 pounds lighter now. I mean, I'm kind of guessing at the magic pistol weight, but it looked pretty hefty, so I went with blunderbuss weight.
That's appropriate. It is about the same as a like a blunderbuss. Maybe slightly less, but not much.
Yeah, I mean, the blunderbuss says it weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean this might be closer to 6, but yeah.
But yeah, so I take off right around 30 pounds of guns and just lay them well away from the fire. Not that I'm worried about the guns getting damaged, I'm more worried about them going off while I'm wearing them.
More worried about me getting damaged.
Yeah, because, you know, the guns are designed to take heat and explosions.
Right.
I am not so well designed. Alright, so.
Well, you know, if I get you into the lab, we could work on that.
No, thank you. I'm gonna take one step at a time till I can't get till it becomes unbearably hot. I don't know when that is.
Right about where Jaeger is.
Is it getting to the point where it's unbearably hot?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. How good is this gonna do me? Well, I suppose I'm gonna start blasting from here into the mall.
Oh, sorry. All right. Roll up some cold damage.
Justin. What do I roll?
What?
I don't know what to roll. I don't know what to roll.
It is. Since technically, even though I've leveled, I have not had a chance to tinker with it to improve it. It is a D4 per level, so 10d4.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a die roller for that. That's not what I wanted to do. I'll just roll 9 more. What did I get on that? Oh, nice, a 4. Really? Well, not a D4 plus 9. Oh my gosh. I'll get the hang of this. Wrong number went up. Like that seemed a lot, so I guess I'll do 8 more then. Alright, so 14 plus 3 plus 4, so 18, 21.
And yeah, you're kind of beating back the flames. And however, the fire remains insanely intense whenever you are not aiming directly at it. Almost as though this fire may be uncompatible. That does not mean that you could not, continue to spray this. And somebody could potentially go down there and grab whatever the fuck is down there or get a better eye. Or at least get nearer in
Two
conjunction with
charges left.
your
Get a good.
time sprays.
So you're saying he
I'm
can
sorry.
spray it, and then one of us goes behind him after the cone and sees if we can get a better view.
Correct. As when you spray, currently, it will stay back depending on the amount of damage or the amount of damage you roll, anywhere from 1 to 4 rounds they will have to look at before it
So
catches again.
it is
No offense,
currently
Genji, but I'm the better climber.
uncatched though, correct? Or
Correct.
alright. So I'm gonna take a few steps forward, and then I'm gonna spray it again while Jaeger prepares to run down there and get it. And rolling. Ooh, nice. I like that
Alright,
one better.
go ahead and.
Alright, Jaeger, do your thing.
Can I get to the thing from
Yes, you
he's
can.
exposed?
You could run down there and grab the thing.
How far down is it? Can I leap to there from here? And then sprint
Yeah,
back?
you jump. You jump pretty good. So,
I'm gonna do that.
okay.
Well, make it quick. I only got one more charge before I gotta refill.
Do I have to roll my jump?
To come back up, you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, what the fuck?
Getting a lot of feedback from Tristan.
Sorry. Here, let me fix it.
Sorry, that. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
I got a 36 on my jump check.
Okay. You hop down and find a black gem about the size of a soccer ball. Cool to the touch, but seems to be whatever the hell caused this.
No.
Do you have? Yeah, you have. Roll your knowledge nature.
I got a 22.
Yes. You have in your possession one of these. You have no way of identifying what it is. You're pretty sure that it came from the sky.
Oh, okay. My people have a name for these kind of stones, right?
A star stone.
With a resounding thud when I land. There was a star stone inside that crater. It's not like I have to pull it out of my pocket. I'm
No,
only
it's
wearing my loincloth.
mass.
I'm carrying it on the side of my hip, like, soccer players carry the soccer balls.
If this is a star stone, it's the biggest one that potentially in recorded fucking history because they don't ever land that big. Leander is same. He sounds doubtful.
Looks exactly like one I've seen. Just big.
Yeah.
Still keeping an eye on this massive pit. Is it looking like it's gonna catch fire again?
No, with the star stone out of the crater and you combating the blaze, you're pretty sure you could empty the cylinder here, refill it, and depending on damage rolled on the next one, I'm not gonna make you. We'll say that you could easily combat this blaze.
Right. Well, I'm gonna roll it
But
again.
it will take a few more rounds of you basically combating the blaze.
19 on that one.
Yeah, you don't have to keep rolling it. You can just say
Okay,
that
Leander.
you spend the next minute combating the blaze.
You know who would know? Armando.
You
Do I
think?
have enough charges left after combating that blaze to tend to the houses?
Um, you have a single charge
That's
left.
certainly interesting.
We'll worry about the star medal beforehand or later. Just later. Let's we need to decide which one of these houses we're gonna save.
Leander looks about. If it were up to me,
I mean, is there a grain silo or something?
I was gonna say if it was up to me, it'd be this house here across the way, as it does have a silo attached.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna make my way as
Downtown.
quickly as I can. Trying to,
Walking on sunshine. Oh.
yeah, I'm trying to do that sweep thing. Try to gather all of it in. I don't know how well that'll work, but
Not very well, but you could still attempt it.
I mean, I'll try to put the silo out at the very least.
Save the rice.
Well, they can rebuild everything else. They can't replace food as handily.
Yeah, it's a little harder to rebuild food.
Yeah.
Rebuilding food is hard.
Now, perhaps Jaeger can. Well, here's where it would get challenging. Jaeger could potentially knock down the pieces of the house that are connecting to the silo, or close to the silo. Well, is the silo connected to the house, or is it a distance away?
It's a distance away. There's a tree growing between it.
I couldn't tell if the trunk was in front of it or not.
Yeah, me either, but
Yeah,
for the
well,
sake of
good
brevity,
enough.
it's not attached. The smaller flames
Does a 28
should be
hit?
easier to combat. Are you hitting the house
Yes.
Does
to
a
do what
28
to it?
hit the house?
I'm looking for the structural support beam facing me, and I'm swinging at it.
Are you trying to cave in the house?
I'm just trying to
No,
keep the fire away from the silo from spreading too close.
they're not. They're
They-
not attached. So
Yeah,
It won't spread.
somebody
Okay.
should be able to just Somebody should be
Well
able
then,
to just put out the fire with like water. There is a nearby stream.
All right, looking
are
for
there any
buckets.
buckets around that I can see, or anything I can see that'll hold water? Start searching for that, something like that.
Yeah, you guys find stuff
yeah. Well,
relatively
now that the
simply.
big fire is out, I feel like we can, like, our group can probably take care of most of the smaller fires without too much trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I begin fetching buckets and running them to the houses nearby.
Yeah, we'll save as much as we can, starting with the fires around the silo and working outward.
Okay. It will take you guys maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to put out the bulk of the flames that are fightable by bucket. There is, however, one house that goes up without you being able to save it, and that is this one here across the street from the silo, as it is just too far gone for you to fight it by hand with buckets. And so, for that 45 minutes back at the camp, what are you doing, Armando?
So first I'm going to check my gear, and then I look around the camp. These people are not in good shape.
No, they're not. Your best guess, whoever had rudimentary knowledge of healing did the best they could, but potentially left with the kids.
So I pull
No
out.
one is in immediate danger of like dying, however.
Not yet.
Right.
But wounds like these can prevent you from working, which means you can't harvest food or take care of the other things. So yeah. So I pull out the Dorge and offer to tend to their wounds.
Yes. I mean, some people are nervous as they're unaware of what the crystalline rod is.
Yeah.
But yes. It only takes one of them being healed before everyone is definitely okay.
Ribs. Ribs, and I was like, "What do you like? What does that mean?"
And as you're healing everything, it dawns on you potentially why it would be so easy for one of these mad lords or scions, or pretty much any strength, to be considered something akin to a god. There's a potential strong implication here that you guys have overestimated some of your combatants or enemies' powers. However, the Grave Maiden was definitely serious.
Well, that may be, but all the same. Once they are tended to, basically I want to go over my gear and see what all broke.
Okay. Yeah, you're guessing maybe an hour or so's worth of work should get the boiler up and running, meaning that you can either divert power to the pardon me, jetpack, or full power to your suit. You cannot do both. If you do opt in for the jetpack to have power, it will cut your suit power down to half of its efficiency. That's just within an hour. So
Okay. What about like the other stuff like the jade lenses and stuff? I'm looking for stuff that might have broke when I crashed.
okay. No, your lenses are actually incredibly durable, save when they are being used.
Were they just
Your
kind of evaporate?
lantern, correct. Your lantern is fine. Yeah, a few of your items are kind of bent and dinged up. If you need tended to with over this hour, but nothing is completely destroyed.
Okay.
And Ali seems stricken by you. You're unaware if he is fascinated, scared, as the look on his face is, half masked, but still has not looked away from you.
So after a while of him staring at me, it's starting to get to me.
Probably.
Are you well, friendly?
Are you?
No. I go back to
Nor I. Nor any
No,
of
my
us.
head hurts. I have a rash, and everything aches.
And I'm slathered head to toe in this foul-smelling poultice that does nothing because I already healed myself entirely.
Has a very pungent Jaeger scent.
Ugh.
What
Oh,
did he
you
do?
peed in it.
I was gonna say, what did he do? Pee in it? Why does it smell like Jaeger?
I'm just saying, we've
Everybody
been
likes
walking
that
around for
old
a long
brat.
time, and I haven't had pants for a minute. I've just been wearing the loincloth. That only leaves one place to store stuff.
Everybody likes that old brand.
I have seen death.
Yule would begin trying to prepare food for the people
Hmm.
with their small rations. He's not doing very well, so he ends up breaking into your guys's.
After a moment, I continue my conversation with Elias. I have seen death, Ali. She
And I have
hungers.
many questions. Death is a maiden.
This one was.
So many cultures believe death to be a man.
Perhaps for some it is. This one is in service to the church.
And then another false god. How many do they have?
Too many. I'm not sure that they're false, just dark.
I believe one is too many.
Agreed.
And this one holds sway over life and death.
Not exactly. She said that. Forgive me, it was. It's hard to describe. She did not speak truly falsely, just.
Take your time,
Her
friend.
truths were twisted.
Were they? What did she speak?
She promised to bring my mother back.
You, sir. And you say she is death's maiden. Perhaps she holds his power.
Perhaps.
It's a mighty offer.
It was tempting. But my mother was a strong woman. She would not be used such. I highly
Would
doubt that
seem we owe you much.
any soul passing through her hands would not remain itself. I have seen what the church does to its devout. I would not
What
wish
did
to
they
be.
offer?
Power.
In what form? In
Offered
all its forms?
turns back to his stuff again. They tried to offer my heart's desires. Should I but turn them to their ends? But there is a truth she spoke that I cannot deny.
Speak it aloud.
It is one I have known since I first left Ecclesia. Revenge will be the death of me. Once I thought this to be a worthy price. I had nothing to live for but the revenge, and was prepared to lay my grave next to my enemies.
Now you believe you have found higher purpose.
I hope so. I have found hope that there can be more.
I hope for the sake of us all that you're right.
He turns back to his work again.
And Ali continues to stare. Meanwhile, back at the giant hole in the ground,
Yeah, we're just dealing with simple physical issues, not a deep philosophical existential crises.
Lucky you.
Couldn't save that last house, Genji.
Like, well, I'll be honest. While I am sorry that we failed to save it, we managed to. So just
They're
okay,
not
I
going to
lost
go
track.
hungry or unsheltered, so I think they're definitely
Yeah.
better off.
Yeah, sorry, I managed to lose track. This fire is out. Yeah.
correct. The fire
Okay.
is out. All other fires are out except this tree and this house that it is near. Those burned down.
I'm still pouring
Unstable.
water on it to help dampen it,
That's fair.
prevent any sparks from flaring up.
Trying to keep it from spreading, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
The house may be lost, but the fire is still a danger, so we'll be throwing water on it.
Basically.
Okay. And with that, I would call a bio break.
Dokie.
Quick 5 minutes.
Stop this one. We'll restart when we reassemble.